The UFO situation across the planet is getting insane, with lines of UFOs being captured, trains of UFO being captured, not like literal trains, but like it looks like a train with carriages, right? Because of the amount of UFOs and orbs. Bizarre shapes and cloud formations being captured across the planet. Like, I can't keep up. It's really difficult. So, like, it's getting wild. The first clip that we're going to be talking about is a spotted UFO apparently in SoCal. The person on this video went on and stated, "I noticed the bright light a few nights now, and this night I noticed it was moving. However, in the same position. Gone the next night, back again yesterday." So let's have a little look at the clip. It's only about 17 seconds long, but let's see what it is. No audio to go with it, unfortunately. So, obviously, what is it? Don't know. It looks very like it's tumbling, or like a cylinder object that's kind of like spinning. Because you can see it's like long and then it gets short. It looks like it's on a rotation of some capacity. I thought that this was being filmed inside initially because of the green lens flares that you can see on the screen right now. But I don't think it is filmed inside. When I noticed that the Christmas decorations were up, I think as you zoom in, I think this person's just kind of capturing it like a lens flare off of their camera, based off of the amount of lights that are just like that in itself would wind me right up as a neighbor because that was poking through my window, but that's just me. Anyway, we're here to talk about the UFO clip. So yeah, it is weird because it's like got also a bit of a triangular shape. It's incredibly bright. It can't be a satellite. I'm not having the drone situation. I'm not having, oh, it's just a drone. I've never seen drones do a complete 180 like barrel roll in the sky. This is something completely different. Obviously, it would be fantastic if we suddenly saw it just shoot off into a direction, but unfortunately, we don't. But that's the video from SoCal. What do you guys think of that one? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. But at the start of the video, I mentioned about a train of lights. Now, this was captured on the 2nd of January 2025, so yesterday, at the time of me recording this video. And like I say, it was a train of lights. It's almost like there's one that leads and then just a string of UFOs or orbs that just seem to kind of pass by as well. Incredibly strange. Take a look. Odd, right? Incredibly odd. And what I find bizarre about this is the way that the formation seems to go. Obviously, they're not perfectly straight, which is fine. I don't know what the origin was. I thought it was initially coming from behind this tree, but then you see them coming up from here. But then every few lights, or orbs, if you will, there's like two that sit side by side. So they're all firing off individually, all right? They're all moving individually into like whatever the hell this is, where you've got like a bazillion. But then every so often there's a couple like this one here where you've got two going side by side running parallel. Whether that's two individual things, I don't know, or if that's the same object or craft, I don't know. It's hard to tell. But it kind of gives off the vibe, especially with how like in sync they are, that this is like the same craft just split into two, if you will, as opposed to just the one. But again, there's very little context to add to this. All we know is that it was captured yesterday at the time of recording at 6:20, roughly, in the evening. So, and we only know that because there's a timestamp on the video. And other than that, there's no context. So it does beg the question of what on earth is being captured here. But I love this because it's different. It's not just one thing darting across the sky. Obviously, they're moving incredibly quick as well. And the spacing never changes. It is perfect. Down to the last minute detail. It's perfect. Okay? And that's what makes this, just adds to the mystery of this clip. The spacing between them. Why every few orbs is there, like 2 together. Where are they going? Where did they come from? Where are they going? Cotton Eye Joe. You know, like, crazy stuff. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. We're going to move on to the next clip, which we've got, which, the only context we've really got for this one is, what said, just went on a walk with my son and saw this formation in the sky. Seemed to be too fast to be birds and too dim to be satellites, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Well, Mr. Poster, we'll be the judges of that.
What is that?
Mom, look. See what I'm doing right now?
Hold on. Is Mommy looking at the right thing?
Yeah. You see that?
I've seen this before. Not this clip in particular, but I've seen this kind of thing before, right? Because there's been a few sightings of this in daylight and at nighttime. Obviously, this one's taken at night, seemingly, or when it's dark at least. And I think it's being labelled the boomerang UFO. For obvious reasons, because of the shape of it. It's obviously got this kind of spearhead shape like a boomerang. And unlike Jojo Siwa's boomerang, it doesn't come back. It just seems to be there. But it is moving. It's moving incredibly quick, which, you know, you could mistake that for a flock of birds. Because they do move in a V formation. But you'd know that if this was birds, this is too dense around the... Like, if this is a craft of some kind and this is the edge, way too dense. Like, there's no spacing in between the lights, right? There's nothing to break this up. It's just it. That's all I can describe it as. It is it. And what's crazy is this is popping up across the earth. This is the second sighting I've seen in America, and I've seen another one in Australia. So, you know, it's not... If it was just kind of isolated to one location, you could be like, oh, there's questions to be made here. But the fact that it's popped up twice in America, 2 different locations, I think... but this isn't the same clip that I've seen before, but it could be the same place in America. And another clip in Australia, it starts to ask a lot of questions. But, again, I need your help with it. The next clip that I've got for you guys is another bizarre UFO. It just says, bizarre UFO, source unknown. No context, no information. All we've got is a YouTube channel logo here called La Information Cache. So I think that's French for the information cache. But this is the clip that's been uploaded. Now, straight off the bat, if it had stayed like this, I would have been like, wow, 2 orange orbs captured in the sky, kind of cylindrical. And then this, like, portal type thing just appears out of nowhere, black holes the living daylights out of the orbs that are up there, and just sucks them up, right? And then just starts spitting things out. And at that point, the clip lost me. I was like, right, I don't believe it anymore. Because if this was literally captured... This would have broken science. Like, there's some kind of teleportation portal right there. It's Rick and Morty coming back for season 12 or whatever they're on now, right? I've got a feeling that this is doctored CGI. I can't prove it. I don't have actual hard evidence to support that. Just based off of instinct and based off of what I'm seeing, I ain't buying it. I am not buying it in the slightest. But maybe you guys will tell me otherwise. And if you can, drop a comment. We're on to our last clip now, though, and it is, well, a place that is very notorious for UFO lights, and that is Phoenix. Obviously, Phoenix had a very infamous light incident a very long time ago, back in the 90s, I think it was, or maybe even the 80s, where a triangular formation was captured. It was the Phoenix light phenomena. Well, Phoenix have had it again, and this has been captured by a passenger on an airline flight. As you can see here, you'll hear the whir of the engines as well. And off into the horizon, over the skyline of this great city, we can see 3 orbs or UFOs off into the distance. Straight off the bat, I'm like, was this drones? We've seen a lot of drone activity over New Jersey, especially. This looks like it could be someplace in America. Then I kind of looked at it again. This is too high for it to be a drone, especially a hobbyist drone. This is way too high. Now, this plane is not at cruising altitude. This is too low. This is either coming into a landing or just had a takeoff, right? It's too... it looks as if it's coming into a landing. This is still, though, too high for it to be a drone, especially a hobbyist drone. Those lights also moving completely kind of debunk that theory, in my opinion. It does look as if they're moving closer together. Obviously, we need to bear in mind depth perspective. Like, based off of what I can see, I think this one is the closest to us. And then that one gets a bit further away, and that's the furthest away. But it does seem as if they move closer together. Now, whether they're moving closer together or just towards one another is kind of, I guess, up to the jury's opinion. But this is fantastic. 3 separate entities, in my honest opinion, moving together. Initially, I thought, could it be buildings or, like, you know, pylons or whatever? First of all, too high. Second of all, they're moving. Pylons don't move, at least the last time I checked. So... What have we got here? What have we actually got? My gut instinct is telling me that this is something otherworldly. Just my gut instinct. These spotlights, incredibly bright. Again, way too high for it to be a drone, let alone a hobbyist drone. And really big. Way too big to be a drone. So I'm kind of going down the route of something extraterrestrial. But, again... I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Let me know your ideas on all of these clips down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump scare the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.